Hey everyone, welcome back to Fast Food and Barbecue. Today we're going to be making some fresh rosemary red wine sausage. So what I got here is a 4 3/4 pound pork butt, but the recipe calls for 2 pounds of pork. So what we're going to do is we're going to start trimming this guy down. We're going to get 2 pounds of 2.2 pounds of pork weight out. I'm using pork butt because it's got great fat content, and that's what you need in sausage. So, just going. They lied to me at the store. It said boneless, but this one's bone-in, which is fine. We'll take the bone out later, and we'll use the rest of this pork for a different batch of sausage. Okay. A little over. And we got 2.2 pounds right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cube this up in small cubes and get it in our freezer. Cubes big enough for your grinder, depending on what size grinder you have. We're going to get these cubed and in the freezer for about 45 minutes or so until they firm up. Because if you try to grind just cold meat or room temperature meat, it's going to bind up your grinder. It goes through much easier, around 30 degrees or so. Okay, so get all this cubed up. I got this knife, and it's not a very expensive one, but I love it. Gotta love Amazon, and it sharpens really easy. Alright, a couple more pieces. We'll get the rest of these cut up, put it in the freezer, and we'll be back. Alright, so our meat's been in the freezer for about 45-50 minutes or so. It's cold enough, so we're going to get this meat grinded. Now, this meat grinder is loud, but I'm going to run it through a large die, and I'm going to go through twice through the large die with it. And then we'll get it done. Alright, now that we got a double grind on our meat, we're going to go in with our spices. So in here, I have two teaspoons of minced garlic, 1 1/16 cup of water, and a 1/4 cup of red wine. In here, I have 2.5 teaspoons of salt, 3/4 teaspoons of toasted fennel seed, 1 teaspoon of mustard seed, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 2 tablespoons of fresh rosemary, 5 tablespoons of potato starch, 1 teaspoon of thyme, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So we're going to add our spices first. I'm going to get this mixed up really good. Now I am wearing cotton gloves underneath these gloves because it's it's really cold and just easier to do it this way. All right, that looks good. Now we're gonna add our liquid, our water, our wine, our garlic. Okay. Give this a good mix. I gotta tell you, already smells amazing. Now, I did not mention, but when you're putting water or wine, any liquid into your sausage, make sure it's cold. It's going to help the fat and the meat bind together. That looks good. So now, I'm going to give it a little test. Kind of want it sticking to your hand. Like that. Looks good. So we're going to refrigerate this and get our sausage stuffer ready and move on to the next step. All right, now that our meat is chilled, we're going to get this meat into the stuffer here. Just going to slam it in there. I'm going to pack it down. We don't want any air bubbles. Okay. Okay. Smells great, and that's that. Now what we're going to do is get this thing on the stuffer here. I did oil my gasket as usual, and right here what we're going on is some 32, 38 millimeter hog casings. So, find the end here. If I can get the end. There we go. I'm gonna get this guy on there. I don't know if I forgot to mention, in the spices, I also had some toasted fennel seed. I don't remember if I said that or not. Alright, so we're gonna get this on there just like that. Move that out of the way. I'm gonna crank this thing down. And we're gonna wait just till it gets to the tip. Like I said, I'm using a small horn with 32, 38 millimeter hog casings. I like the small horn. It seems to work out for me better. Okay, I feel it going down right there. Whoops. Put that aside. So now I'm going to get this guy over there. Give it a tie. Just like that. Give it a snip. Alright. We'll start stuffing these things. Now, I know a lot of guys make sausage. I do it slowly because I'm not really that good at it. Oops. See, I had a clamp on my machine and it's moving. That's alright. That looks like good enough size for me. Let's pull it off. We're going to twist it this way. And if you want them a little tighter, you can always give more twists. So we're going to go backwards. I'm going to start again. And the next one, we're going to twist forwards. Okay. I'm kind of eyeballing the size of the sausage. It's good to me. I'm going to twist this guy forwards. And when you're done, like I said, if you want them tighter, you can. I was going to try to do a whole rope and then twist it, but I've never done it, and I don't want to screw it up. But we'll just keep going slowly. I'll get faster as time goes by. I just don't want any blowouts. But everything seems to be cooperating pretty good. Alright, this one we're going to go backwards. Probably could stuff them a little tighter from the way it looks, but that's alright. And just so on and so forth. Next one will go forwards. Now, if anybody has any tips of getting the rest of the sausage out of the stuffer, leave a message in the comments, because I always have left over, and I always make a patty out of it, but I'd rather have it all in the sausage. Alright. Forwards. And these casings have been resting overnight in cold water and baking soda. Just about a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Makes it more pliable and more manageable to work with. Okay. I don't remember if I went forwards or backwards. That's right, it'll be alright. And we're almost there. My machine wouldn't keep moving. My clamp situation didn't work out. Oh, I think that's it anyway. Stuck with a little guy here. It's alright, we'll go forward with it. That'll be our test one. Alright, what I'm going to do is take this off. That. I'm going to give it a tie. I haven't decided if I'm going to put these in the refrigerator overnight or put them in front of a fan. So we could try one tonight. So I'll just think about that. Alright, so I decided I want to put these in front of a fan. It's early yet, so I'm going to give these guys a little prick. Just to make sure there's no air pockets in there. I'm going to let these sit in front of a fan for a few hours. We'll flip them halfway through, and we'll see. If they're looking decent enough, I'll grill them tonight. I'm really dying to taste them. If not, we'll do them tomorrow. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, so our sausages have been in front of a fan for about 2.5 hours now. I decided to put the rest in the refrigerator overnight, but I've been dying to try these, so got this little guy here. So I'm going to start this one. I'm going to put this guy in indirect heat for a little while. Let it go for a little while, and then I'm going to move it over to direct heat, and then we'll give it a taste. So we'll be back then. Alright, so our sausages have been on the grill in direct heat for about 10 minutes. Then I put it over the flame another 10 minutes or so. So let's slice into this guy and see how it looks. It smells amazing. Ooh, it's hot. It's nice and juicy, beautiful. So let's slice her up and give it a taste. Alright, let's give these guys a taste. Yeah. That's definitely amazing. I can taste the red wine in there. And the fresh rosemary. And it's got a nice snap to it. So, that's a winner. Definitely a winner. Well, thank you again for watching. We'll see you soon.